another video for Honor. Past 3 days ago, the last 3 days ago, there was a new character, a new DLC character was dropped. I ended up purchasing the character and testing them out. So, the character is called Warmonger, and it's basically, yeah, Apollyon from the story. Basically. I'm going to give out my tips, my opinions, and I'm also going to explain what she's mainly used for, how good she is she optional, is she mandatory, is she a must-have, is she not a must-have, is she worth the steal, if she's not worth the steal, she's not out yet, the DLC. I went ahead and purchased it because I had spare money left over. Before we go into details, I want to make sure people know this. In For Honor, double teamings or whatever, it's part of the game. Suck it up. Getting double team, face it. It doesn't matter. It's part of the game. Don't get mad over that. I get mad at it a lot, but that's not just because I'm mad at the getting double team. I get mad when my team is literally just sitting there watching me fight literally two people at the same time. It's really tiring. Another thing is, do not run up on someone and like literally try to hug them behind, because if they need to dodge back, they can't dodge back because they bump into you. So they basically get a free heavy. The enemy gets a free heavy off of you. Apollyon actually has a jab where she can knock you into them, where making their body basically a wall. So she gets basically a free heavy and an entire combo set. So by the time you get out of the combo, you're already halfway dead. So another thing is, do not ever run up behind someone when they're in fighting, in combat. Because one thing is, it's frustrating where you can't dodge back, you can't dodge right, or you can't dodge left because you're blocked in. Do not be that person that runs up behind them and literally gets both of you guys killed from the same person. It's frustrating. I had this done to me literally before I made this video. Literally 2 matches ago. Straight. 2 matches. 2. Like 3 times the first match, 4 times the second match. It was ridiculous. Another thing is, I want to say, is don't be that type of person and say, oh, she's broken, she's overpowered. She's not overpowered, okay? She's actually quite balanced. Her feats, alright, I can see her feats being a little overpowered, okay? But we'll go over that in a sec. So, but right now, I am going to just go ahead and equip the gear on. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, back to what I was saying. It's quite balanced. I will show some gameplay. But, for right now, let's go over the hero's feats. And what she can do. And how strong is she? Is she good for team fights? Is she good for 1v1s? Is she good for ganks? Is she good for anti-ganks? We'll talk about it. Okay. Warmonger is a Vanguard character, which is surprising for me, meaning that there is probably going to be there's probably going to be 2 Vanguards on each faction. She is a straightforward character, easy to play. Movesets. Basically, she has Vanguard Bane, which is literally just her normal Triton's Assault, Wargunder's Wrath, Wargunder's Bane, the Prowl, which is basically where you run up and hit R2 instead of how Warden literally does a free heavy that lunges forward. She lunges forward, but she swings her sword from right to left, or left to right. Beast with Prowls is basically her unblockable heavy attack. Pressing a prey upon is her undodgeable attack. So if you try to dodge it, you're going to get hit. Praying Claw is basically her jab. You can actually hold it. Stage 1 actually is a quick jab to go into a quick poke with the sword. Holding it to level 2. Where it has tracking, so if they dodge, they can get hit. Level 3 is also tracking, and it gives you hyper armor, and has a chance to, and it also gives you a guaranteed heavy. Very good, especially if they dodge left and right, because if they dodge left and right, you can still hit them. If they dodge back, you can't. You can actually cancel it. Praying Claw and Stab. This is basically the little poke thing. Praying Claw Slash. That's the free heavy attack. Basically, when you parry, if you hold square, you will impale them with the sword and all that. Interesting fact is, after impaling, dealing damage, impales deals extra bleed damage if the Warmonger reaches the wall with her victim, if she is stabbed them on the ground. While they're on the ground and you hit them, they're going to get a bleed. If they run into a wall, you give them a bleed. Revenge mode, of course everyone has it. Renown, okay. All heavy finishers are undisruptible stance, meaning that any combo that ends with a heavy attack, she'll get hyper armor. Light attacks are not interruptible if blocked. So basically, if they block R1, you can just go into a different R1. It does not apply the block by a superior block, meaning an all guard. It will stop the enhance. You can cancel after pressing each light attack. You can press the square, so you can go R1 R1 and square, R1 square, R1 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 square. Doesn't matter. Chain starter zones can go into chain starter. On the Prowl can start in the chain starter. Beast of the Prey can start a chain. Prey upon goes into a chain, such and such. Now, she's a really good character in this game. The only thing I have issues is her feats. Her feats are actually quite interesting and unique. Corruption Blade. The next the next attack inflicts corruption. The power deals damage to the target and their allies only if they stay close together. Meaning that you apply it on your weapon, you hit your first opponent, they either have to have their team back the fuck off, or they have to run. Elixir of Corruption, basically she heals every time they do the corruption does damage, if you do damage to the corrupted enemy. Meaning that if the corrupted enemy is standing next to an enemy, you're getting healed for it. Power of the Corruption, it actually does extra damage to the corrupted enemy, meaning the corruption actually does more damage. Corruption Blast is where all the enemies in your area will eventually get the corruption, dealing damage to the targets and their allies if they stay too close. What I think needs to be changed, and I honestly think it's a little weird, is this doesn't apply just to the actual player. This can also apply to your commander from Breach. Can be applied to your officers in Breach, and this can also apply to your minions. Meaning that if you get hit by a Corrupted Blast or Corrupted Blade, you stand next to a minion, you still take damage. It's considered your ally, so just be aware of that. The next one is Rush. I don't have a problem. And then Conqueror. Don't have a problem with any of this. The next one is, I honestly don't think they need, is Aerostrike. Dealing minor damage to the area. I don't see that. I don't see a knight character using arrows. Flesh wound. Understandable. Now, Power of the Corruption. Punch through, tough as nails. Seems right. Fine. But this is where it gets really weird. She has Aerostorm, which is the signature move from the actual samurai, which is weird. Okay? I don't see her actually having that. I could see her actually having a bleed effect on her blade, but not this, or having the traps or something. And the last one, which actually blew my mind, and I honestly think it's kind of stupid, Auto Revive. So I was like, okay, she has Auto Revive, that's good. But then I just realized, she's the only knight in the faction that don't have the catapult. The knight's secret feat, special feat, that belongs to the knights, don't have a catapult. The leader of the knights don't have a catapult feat, which is silly. It's done. Her executions are actually quite nice. So I honestly don't see the point of this execution, okay? She cuts the person's head off. I had someone use that against me at one point. Yet, they didn't cut my head off. They just literally kick you over. So I have a feeling this execution is it's a little wonky, so they need to do something. It's not worth 10,000 seal if it's not gonna do its full animation. Humiliation, which I honestly think it's kind of stupid. It's funny, but it's kind of stupid, because there's no fucking way you could throw someone that fucking far by just holding your hands in their fucking jugular and throwing them. This one, which I actually enjoy seeing, it's actually a more cool looking one. This one is actually my favorite one. Well, not really favorite one, but a quick, easy kill. This one's hilarious. I honestly think this one's funny, especially when you do the Shikoki and you try to pull your sword out. It just makes you look like you're a fucking monster. Now I like the banner arms for this character. It makes more sense. I love it where it puts it on your character. So. See, the feats of her on the emotes is not really good. The victory poses are actually quite nice, though. We Are Mortal one is actually quite nice looking. One where you just pull out the blade from the story. But besides that, not really too. So. But I end up getting the outfit that actually really matches her because she's the wolves. She considers herself a wolf. So yeah, that nothing too unique. I do like the designs of on the shoulders. It's actually quite nice. I do prefer I do prefer these demon ones on her more than the wolves because after all, she's considered a monster in the story mode, so it makes more sense. So we're actually going to hop into a game. We're actually going to make sure that I'll play a long game. Because it's currently double XP. They changed the menu screen, so that's actually a good thing as well. But before I actually start, let me go let my dogs out. And we'll actually hop into this. So give me a couple seconds. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and hop into Breach. Like I said, we're going to do some gameplay. I just want to make sure I'm still recording. I just realized I didn't even open this drink yet, so while we wait, seems the game's already started. Alright. Ah, what? That's right. I fucked up right there. It did not want to fucking parry from me. Oh, dude, I wish there was life still in this game mode. I honestly wish they bring back the live situation. Because time to time, this game actually ends too fast. Or the game's just frustrating because, seriously. You gotta be kidding me, really? Oh. Yep. There's nothing I can do. I honestly don't think Tiande should have that kick effect, be honest. I know it's been in for a while, but I honestly think it needs to be done after a parry. Because then it just makes no sense because they can throw a heavy, you block it, and they can still do it. It's I kind of think it's a little silly. So yeah, this is basically gonna be a rant video on complaining on how characters should not be should be balanced. This is the only character I've known so far that has been balanced. The reason why is because it doesn't have to rely on hyper armor like every other character now these days. So it's really frustrating when you see they could balance every character out but they refuse not to. Characters I think that is balanced out. Well, this character, Raider, was balanced back from day one, and I don't know why they wanted to complain about the stamina draining, yet literally it was the easiest thing to fucking counter. It was literally the easiest thing to counter. I honestly don't think Shugoki should be able to do that. It's annoying when Shugokis do that. And the fact that they can grab you before you can actually fully stand up, I honestly think Shugokis need to be fixed. The Shugoki should not have... The hyper armor is fine for Shugoki, okay? But the problem is, for Shugoki to do the back-breaking thing, I honestly think he has to do it, like, have his heavy fully charged for him to do it. Or else it's not balanced, because then people can just abuse it. It's easy to dodge, but every time they honestly should get heavily punished. If they try to do it, if they end up failing to grab them, they should lose health, to be honest. I wish back that the original Shugoki should be a thing back. Because I kind of think it's kind of dumb that they, after being 4 years, they actually finally learned how to balance a character. Which is kind of silly, because we're still struggling with Blackfire. I honestly think Blackfire's, little, backflipping thing is kind of stupid, because, it should only work against actual sword combat, not actual fucking melee combat. Because, for example, you can actually do it over a fucking Highlander, and Highlander has a grab. Up. I'm tired of people running. So that's the thing. I honestly don't think the minions were doing damage to her. But she is balanced and all that. But I honestly think I honestly don't think you should be able to stop her jab. That's the only thing I dislike about. See, and that's what's also another thing is, you end up grabbing the person to finish them off, and then you have someone that literally is dumb enough to actually hit you to stop the execution, your hit. And that's a problem. I honestly think you should not be staggered if a teammate hits you. Alright. Alright, so she's literally a anti-ganker after she gets her 4 feet. But until then, she is not an anti-ganker. I honestly wish the Corruption Blast was her 3rd feat, and the increased damage was her 4th feat. Oh god. Oh god. Nope. It wouldn't even let me roll out of that thing. I wished our teammate actually revived me before actually killing the person, so I didn't get any of that. So that's the thing. I understand you guys can, you don't want the enemy team to have it, but if you don't see anyone on the enemy team coming, go for the revive. That's another thing people are mistaking, because you're leaving out a teammate that literally just died in the fight a chance to actually getting the buff to actually come in handy. I kind of deserve that. See, that's another thing right there. Don't, like, if you have the option to hit them, why? Why would you let them literally, you gave them an option to kill someone and you let them have it. Now, if this person, if this person dies, they gave the person an option to get revived and kill you. Don't hesitate. Literally, don't hesitate to fight. I know you guys think it's honor when you fight a 1v1, but I'm gonna let you know for a fact. No one in this game shows for honor. Like, honor at all. If you want honor, you go into brawls and 1v1s. I'm dead. I don't care. Literally, I am literally just showcase this character. Just to show. It's literally a character that is literally balanced as hell. It might not seem balanced, and they might seem a little underpowered right now, but the fact is, the character is still new. So, and then you have these people that literally just don't want to fight. They just, like, you have people on your team that literally just sit there and just watch you just get your ass pummeled because you are the new character. They think you can win every fight because you're a new character. This character is not, like, super strong. It's literally the opposite. And I don't think people And another thing is, I understand I'm complaining a lot, but please, if you can make a character like this, you can easily fix every single character in this game. I understand this game is a lot of fun, but you're overcharging characters in this game. I'm just saying. You're really overcharging people. 15,000 steel for one character. 10,000 steel for another character. This character is probably 20,000 steel. And she's balanced. But I want to let people know, is she really worth it? She's worth it when you want to play anti-gank. But she's not worth it when you got people like that. Literally, that just spams. The anti-gank is supposed to be something that literally is supposed to stop people from fighting. And I'm going to let you know, even if it's anti-gank, it's still not strong enough to actually stop the entire anti-gank. Unless they all are not paying attention, they all have it. It's silly. It's kind of dumb. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to let you guys know. In my opinion, is she worth getting? No, she's not. She's balanced. But she's not balanced enough where she can stop literally hyper armor. That's the problem about this game. Just to show you guys. Lawbringer has hyper armor for short push shoves. Sanitarian has hyper armor when jumping up in the air. I don't know why put me out of the game. She has hyper armor only with literally just her fully charged jab and her finisher combo. Raider has hyper armor after his first attack. Berserker has hyper armor after his first attack. Highlander has hyper armor after doing his little side dash attack. Jormungandr has heavy armor from a dash forward heavy. Warlord has hyper armor from jump forward heavy. Shigoku has heavy armor. Kensei has heavy armor when from dodging. Hidoroki has heavy armor for just doing fully charges and after double R1 light attack. That's pretty much it. That's all the characters in this game that has heavy armor. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 heavy armor characters in this game. I'm not considering Orochi a heavy armor because his heavy armor is actually quite hard to actually do because you have to use a deflect. If you're new, it's easy. But heavy armor is the problem in this game. Hands down. She's not worth it. As long as heavy armor exists in this game, it's not worth it. Trust me. Alright. The new character is a lot of fun, but it's not fun enough if you're having to deal with spammers and heavy armor. And like that. The character is not good for ganks at early game. She's really, really terrible at ganks in early game. What I mean by that is she just can't. She's literally can't anti-gank until after she gets her first feat. And that's the problem right there. That's the only downside to her feat. Her feat that's unique, literally is so goddamn weak, it doesn't even feel like it's actually her own feat. She parried me when she's not even facing that way. That's kind of silly. And I honestly think the parrying system in this game is wonky. then another thing is Pikemans, the minions in this game mode, is it just, you need to tone the damage on these minions. They do too much damage to you. I understand they're supposed to do damage to the ram, but it does way too much fucking damage. Let's say it like that. I don't understand, but I took I just don't understand. The minions do too much damage. I'm watching this minions actually hit. I'm waiting for these minions to actually hit the player on my team, because about 10 hits literally takes you half health from a minion. That might seem a lot, but for a minion, you play Dominion, okay? You play Dominion, and then you play this. Understand the minions are supposed to be stronger, and it's supposed to do damage to the ram. It should only be able to do extra damage to objective items. I don't think they need to have extra damage. Yep. The person who literally was staying on, well, and that's another thing, dude. People don't pay attention with the virus of that corruption thing. And it's so dumb, dude. The enemy should not be able to see it. I'm sorry, dude, but if the enemies, well, if I can see it and my teammates can see it, why aren't they not doing anything about it? And that's the problem. No one cares. No one's paying attention at all. And it's literally fucking frustrating when you have to deal with that. Oh, she hit me? Yeah, that seems awfully fishy. She hit me with a jab, but she didn't do a jab. And I just want people to fucking pay attention, dude. It's not hard to pay attention to the game. It's obviously not hard at all, dude. It doesn't take hard to look at your teammate and look at their feet. Oh, they have the corruption. Don't go towards them. Because you know what you're doing? You're actually getting yourself killed, and you're also getting your teammate killed. And, like I said, I honestly don't think minions... I don't think minions should be able to do that much damage, dude. I honestly... This isn't just... It's gonna be a complaint video. Just saying. Literally, 10 damage? 10 damage. I'm gonna let you guys know. Each hero only has 100 health. If 10 damage is, I think, 10 hits from a pikeman, a minion can kill you. So, the fact is, if you're in a desperate need of health and you just killed a player, and you have to do an execution, a quick execution, if a pikeman hits you, you're basically dead. gonna set it to default settings. I had it where I was able to switch sides real quick, but if it's not gonna, but some reason if you just point slightly in the wrong direction, it literally makes you unblocked. He's gonna die. And I honestly think, like, literally, even if you swap sides or a pikeman hits ya, it's different because some reason whatsoever, when you block one player's attack from the left, it blocks the person from that is attacking you's attack as well. But yet, it doesn't do it for minions. Another thing is, don't fight the Guardian. It's a waste of time. It's not worth fighting the Guardian. It's literally a waste of fucking time. You don't get a damage buff, and you don't get any movement speed. It's just a waste of a fucking time. I'm fighting him now because our fucking teammate is just gonna come back. I'm really, really being fucking toxic right now. Now that's said and done, it's not like we're actually going to do anything that we haven't even done damage to the ram. So basically what I'm going to do is, because I have the buff, I'm going to grab this damage buff from here. Don't think there's the speed buff anywhere here around this area. See, that's another thing. That's a straight up another thing. Why does Hidoroki have a one-shot kill? Yet, you remove it from Shugoki. I honestly think you guys were thinking when you added Hidoroki, dude. I honestly don't think the fucking For Honor was not thinking when they added Hidoroki. I honestly think it's a little cheap. They should not ever be able to one-shot a revenge fucking player. It's literally saying, hey, you got revenge, well here, fuck you. Well. Nice. Don't go for the revive. Please don't. It'll be a waste. Don't roll, dude. You're literally just giving them a chance of killing you right there. That's another thing, guys. Don't roll in combat. It's a waste. As long as we are holding that zone. I'm thinking of removing the corruption blast and actually trying the other feats out. But I honestly don't see the point. These feats that she gets, her main like special feats, it's not good at all. It's actually really fucking bad. Say like that, literally I just got hit 2 times. And that's another thing, dude. It's literally, it's not fun when you have to deal with people that literally just likes to spam. Just, you should have just zoned, dude. I honestly don't know why people don't zone in this game. The zone is literally important in your combo. It's a quick dash of damage that literally could end up being a life or death situation for you. I hope you realize. The commander's dying because no one's actually able to do anything. See, like no one's able to do anything in the game. And that's what's so fucking frustrating, dude. Is you play your best you can be. You play your best that you can be, and your team doesn't pay attention. It's frustrating when your team doesn't pay attention. And it's like in the most obvious ways, too. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go feed my dogs, and then I'll continue why I honestly think For Honor is overcharging too much for the game. I honestly think if you're gonna charge so much just for characters, you might as well just give the game out for free. Alright, I'm back. I'm really sorry, but I'm actually going to end the stream here. And I'm actually just going to just enjoy. This is just a complete stream. And also talking about the details of why the characters should not have hyper armor. If they can make this character extremely balanced, I think they can actually adjust some other characters. Shugoki is balanced, but Hidoroki has to go. Hidoroki has to go. Jundragundra has to go, and Blackfire has to go. That Wukong guy, what was his name? Zaha. He has to go too. I honestly don't think none of these characters should be implemented in this game. Blackfire, for example. I played Blackfire till Rep 1. Till Rep 1. I mean, I got bored because it's just dumb. You don't literally get any competition. It's literally the dumbest thing. I'm playing this character is because it gives me competition. It makes it entertaining. It's fun to play. But it's frustrating as hell when you have to deal with people that literally just hyper armors through everything. It's frustrating. Really, it really is. I've never, ever got to the point where I got to sit down and just say, nah, I'm not doing this today. And literally have to close the application mid-game because I can't fucking deal with it. Because I'm gonna straight up be honest. This game sometimes makes me want to fucking just scream. And it gets to the point where I actually feel like it's literally affecting my health. Really, really, really it does. And the fact is, it says matchmaking, player skill is strict. Okay? Player's repetition is now narrow, which is somewhere close. Extended, alright. Narrow player skill, that's like somewhere, it might be past my player skill, it could be below my player skill. But if it gets to the point, okay, if it gets to the point, okay, it just, that's not fun anymore, and it's a waste of time. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say, give me my money back. This game is a total bullshit game. Give me my money back. I want a total refund because you're not putting out the entertainment you promised. It's not like I can get my money back anyways, because I enjoy playing the game. Some reason, when people say, oh, the game got better, they readjust certain characters. And then when I get on the game, the character that's been readjusted, they don't readjust them. They actually make them a lot overpowered. So I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to do another one. So stay tuned.